everyone.
The waves.
The waves. I'm gonna address the elephant in the room really quick, but it's not an elephant. It's just tiny microphone on my shoulder pad. This is how we're doing this today. So sharing is caring. So I hope you can hear us both. I think you'll be able to.
This is content creation, folks.
From two millennials. Like this is what we're doing. This is our. I'm sure Ingrid's just rolling her eyes right now when she gets this video. But hello, happy June, happy Cancer season to from two of your favorite cancers. I think maybe we're gonna be two of your favorites. But Emily and I are both cancers. We found that out very early on in our relationship with each other. I think it's one of the reasons we get along so well.
We feel so deeply.
We have a lot of big feelings. I'm not gonna lie to you about everything. We have some days where we'll like talk about the world and we'll look like, oh, I don't know if we can do this. We have a lot of empathy. We just want to hug everyone. But I think that's one of the reasons we found our way to each other and also why we work so well together as co-founders. And I think that's kind of what we want to talk about today because I think we've been asked repeatedly, can you work with friends? Does it work? Will it ruin your friendship? What does that look like for you? Because, obviously Emma, we just make it look so easy, right? But in all honesty, we didn't start off as friends.
No, we had what
were enemies.
No, we weren't enemies.
Oh, yeah.
But we do like to tell this
Here.
story. Oh, am I talking on the microphone? Can you hear me? Hopefully you can. Otherwise, this is all going to be for trash. So yeah, that time of the month, co-founder relationships, and we weren't always friends.
No.
We grew to be friends through building a company together. We were what Bryn likes to say, had professional crushes from afar on each other because we were both building community. We both had businesses in Denver, could have been seen as competition, but wanted to learn more about what the other woman was doing to make change. And actually, our first girl date was at Postino's Low High in Denver. And we went there after our event. Oh my God, yeah, bottle and a board. That's a great place to go. That's what we did. And we went there after our event last night. So full circle to celebrate our Denver event on just this relationship and building big things.
So much. I love it so much.
I know.
But I think that was, going back to that we were first acquaintances, right? We didn't know each other that well. And so one of our first meetings to talk about the business was actually
this is good. Yeah.
It was actually 6 hours long. It was a lot of wine, weed, and some very in-depth conversations.
Oh, we're putting it out there.
Oh, to be honest, you guys pretty much know us at this point. Like we very much were like, all right, I need to know all the skeletons in your closet. I need to know the depths of your soul.
I thought it was going to be a business meeting.
I did too. And then she's like, do you want some bubbles? And I was like, I know where this is going. I know where this is going.
And it just went up.
And then it just went continue like this. And by the end of that night, I think we both had shown enough of ourselves that we were like felt at this place of like, okay, really both of us are super passionate about supporting women in any way possible. We think that women are going to continue to be what's going to change our society for the better. So when we realized that both of our mission, vision were just kind of aligned.
And more than just that, because I think it's important that you do align on your values with your co-founders. Like whether you're friends or not, when it doesn't work, I think it's because you don't necessarily align on business values, but life values, especially if you're building a company with impact. There's a lot of, you don't want to be in the same silo sounding board. We're very different as humans, but our values align.
Yes. And we're both, as we talk to investors and people, they're like, oh, you're passion forward founders. It's like, yep, because if you're not passion forward, what are you doing? Honestly, if this is not.
And what are we doing here?
Really, why are we in this meeting? Had that a few times. Anyways, but agreed. I think that there's so much that goes into it. So when people ask us, like, is it hard? Because, we've been told, unfortunately, by patriarchal society and kind of the boomers, I hate to say it, but truly, that you shouldn't get into business with your friends. Like, that's just a death wish, right? And we've had now the younger generations, because we're both millennials, we have Gen Z and other people ask us, like, how does it work with you guys? Like, is this, are you guys still friends? And the thing is, our friendship grew through all of this. And I love this for us right now. But the truth is, as Emily said, if your mission, vision, values really align, if you are getting into business with someone, me personally, I rather get into business with someone who I do so know on some level, who is seeing things the way that I see things in some way, shape, or form, and who wants to make the same moves I want to make. Why wouldn't I want to get into business with someone like that? And usually it's going to be someone in your circle, right? So,
100%. And, we do want to acknowledge that it probably hasn't worked for some people, whether it's
no,
getting into business with family or friends, and each dynamic is different. But for us, I think something that Bryn's really good at is
we get a round of applause for the ladies who awkwardly just sat behind us because that was amazing. That was so good. I was not expecting it. And then all of a sudden these
kind
two,
of through us, and they
yeah,
realize it, and they
yeah. And then they're like, we should go inside. And we're like, or just sit at a different table because we're literally at one table and there's like 12 surrounding us. So,
humans.
anyways, love that for us.
But as touching on the subject, there are things that need to be accomplished in order to make it work. And one of the things that Bryn's really good at is communicating, and really pushes for the human side of communicating. She'll recognize either within me or amongst the team when something's off and something's wrong, and we need to discuss it. And probably a credit to your therapy background that you tout and hope everyone gets into and does for their life, but it's really made you unafraid to have hard conversations. And that's transformed me also as a business owner, and something that I didn't know I was going to learn in this relationship, but that I love. Yeah.
Well, I know Emily, on the other side of it, you've taught me so much about. I mean, I think I have the hard conversation when it comes to that, but you're the more logistical. Like you have a little bit more left brain in you. You are our Excel queen. I am not.
Shout out to the Excel girlies.
There you go. And to the creatives, shout out to you because I know we just get in there. We're like, what the
Takes
fuck's
a village.
going on? It does. It takes a village, right? Her skills complement my skills. My skills complement her skills. And
also, look for that in a co-founder. You can't be the exact same.
You can't be the exact same person. It doesn't work. But luckily, Emily and I are similar in the ways that make this a good relationship, and we're different in the ways that make this even a better relationship. But I've learned from her, it's like, how to have tough financial conversations, how to sit down and really go through the numbers, talk through the logistics, be able to say, like, we're not going to do this, we are going to do this. I think she's very direct in a lot of ways. And so we complement that each other, right? So we both can go out into the world and do what she said in a way that complements both of us.
Totally. And once you get a handle on if you're going to help each other in your skill set, if you align on your values, and if you want to create this big thing together and what that looks like as an operational person, don't forget to protect yourself in that way, right?
Totally.
Like, how agreements are for a reason. Speaking with legal teams are for a reason. It's to protect both y'all and your friendship. I have been lucky enough to start more than one community group and company with women who either were or did become my best friends. And I have had nothing but wonderful things to say about it because of the ways in which we put our friendship first and the conversation first, and even signed little pieces of paper that say we're going to be friends no matter what, first and foremost. And that might be cute, not hold up in court, but it means something to you as a person.
Truly. Yeah. And I think Emily, I mean, you are attest to all of this. It's like all your businesses have been with friends.
Yeah.
Women, friends, women. And I've done the solopreneur journey mostly. And let me tell you, that one is lonely. You wish you had someone to talk to a lot of the time. You have issues come up, and you are the only one. That's it. And so I feel so blessed and lucky that Emily and I, the universe put us together at the right time. We had some conversations, we got to know each other, and we sat down. We're like, let's build this together. And it has been a big blessing in my life.
Yeah, same.
But a wonderful journey. So I think that you can do business with your friends. You can do business with people who see the world like you see the world. Emily touched on it. Still do your due diligence, right?
Yes.
Like we still have contracts in place. If one of us leaves, like we still have that. We still love each other, but we know reality. Life happens. Big changes happen, and you have to make decisions. We don't ever want to put each other out because of that.
And if you are a solopreneur, that's a hard word.
It is.
Like Bryn was saying, like, not everyone can have someone to build with or a team member or a co-founder, right? Even in the Techstars program, we had a lot of solopreneurs who were kind of jealous of the dynamics when people had another person, but it's not always feasible and it doesn't always make sense. But we're community, obviously driven women, and believe that you can still surround yourself with other people that complement what you're doing, and you can help each other, whether that's groups, co-working days, whatever. Still rely on other people's resources to make you a more well-rounded human, because at the end of the day you can only do so much and you only have so much, knowledge. So be willing to like work together, learn and grow with other people.
And I guess just to touch on that, just don't bring anyone as a co-founder either. Don't feel like that if you're in a point where it's like, I need help, I need something. I think far too many times, Emily and I have both seen people bring people into their team who are not, in the moment, they seem like the right person. But it's like, this is a relationship. This is just as big a relationship as a relationship with your partner, friends and family,
and potentially forever.
Like you could be like signing up for the long haul here. So like as much as due diligence as you do getting into relationships with anyone else in your life, do the same when it comes to co-founders, because they're there and you want to make sure they're there for the good, the bad, the ugly, and when the shit hits the fan and when it's amazing. So
because it can be so fun. Like once you've developed a
come
great
on,
relationship,
come on,
you're having fun,
We
and you're
have the most fun.
challenging yourself, and you're growing, and thinking about the future is fun. Because I know I have, one of my best friends doing it with me, so it's great.
Don't mind the awkward.
I think it's cute.
Thank you. I think I'm just gonna wear this all the time as
It's
like a
an
fashion
accessory
statement,
now.
and I'll just be like, it's fine. I'm just talking to the microphone all day long.
And hopefully they can hear us.
Hopefully, hopefully this works. But on that note, if you ever want to talk about this, like please reach out to us. We're very open to talking about co-founder life and what that actually looks like and realities. And it's you're out here doing it anyways. So if it's the ability to find someone to do along with you, amazing. If you're still a solopreneur and just want a more community, like coming out with what she said, and maybe you'll find a co-founder there.
Yeah,
you never know.
You never know.
Yeah,
so, you might know a gal
or another gal or a few gals. We might know a bunch of gals. So we adore you all. Thank you so much. And if you're a Cancer, big hugs.
You're our people.
The Water Girls.
Happy surviving Cancer season.
We're crazy.
You've probably already cried once.
Feelings.